Happy Merdeka to all Malaysians who are celebrating today. Today is going to be a very special episode. In conjunction with Malaysian National Day, we are going to check out a very historical mall. This place is where Kuala Lumpur urbanization first started, filled with historical buildings like Wisma Fuichiu, Daya Bumi, Kota Raya, and all these other age buildings or colonial buildings, which seems like a scene out of a 1960s or 1970s Malaysian movies, well, except for the BYDs and Teslas driving around the road lah. What's up guys, it's Ryan Goware. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are at downtown KL to check out if Central Market is dead or alive. Let's check it out. Okay, before we head into the mall, as usual, let's start with the grandfather story of this very historical place. To truly understand Central Market today, we gotta take a trip back in time, way back. We are talking about 1888 folks. This place started life as a simple wet market constructed by the then British colonials, a bustling hub for KL's early teen miners and residents to get their fresh produce. Imagine the sights, the sounds, the smells, a raw, unfiltered snapshot of a young city trying to find its feet. Fast forward a bit, and by the 1930s, the original building was demolished, and in its place, this beautiful Art Deco building you see behind me rose from the original market's footprint. It was a proper market building, a place where people from all walks of life came together, shop together, and buy fresh produce together. It wasn't just about commerce, it was about community. However, as years go by, the market seems to have lost its relevance. Came the 1980s, and with the rise of modern supermarkets, traditional wet market like Central Market here started to lose its appeal. During the construction of the Daya Bumi building in 1981, the building itself was even slated for demolition at one point. Can you believe it? The Malaysian Heritage Society quickly stepped in, and its intervention prevented Central Market from becoming just a figment of our memories by having it designated as a heritage site. Then there was a renovation in October 1985, which was completed in April 1986, where Central Market was renovated into a vibrant and colourful new style and had been officially known as Pasar Budaya, although it is now more popularly called Pasar Seni right now. Inspired by the London's Covent Garden, the renovated Central Market is not like the previous wet market. It is air-conditioned. The exterior originality had baby blue and pink paint before the latter was changed to white, and it is this building that we see today, the hub for all Malaysian arts, crafts, and culture. Is this really like a museum, except that you can see, you can touch, and you can buy things back? Alright, coming into the parking, you can tell that this place is anything but that, packed full of cars, till even the tour buses have to stop at the side of the road, and you can tell that coming into Pasar Seni is a headache because there's a line that is forming to get into this Central Market. Packed car parks despite the exorbitant parking fee of 5 ringgit for first hour and 2 ringgit for subsequent hours. There's also an LRT, MRT connection to this mall, which is just about 5 minutes walk, which is the Pasar Seni MRT station. Though under the Malaysian hot and humid weather, 5 minutes walk is like walking in a sauna. Alright, we are inside. Still, it feels a little bit warm, perhaps due to the very packed nature of it. You can see throngs of tourists, locals just walking, and the whole place is just buzzing with activities. Cacophony. It's like an open concept mall, and immediately you can feel the energy, vibrant, colorful, and yes, definitely alive. You've got everything from beautiful Malaysian batik to intricate wood carvings, traditional snacks, and of course, all the souvenirs that you need to buy back to your home country. And you know what? The first thing you enter into the mall is so Malaysian. Food. Yes, you have this huge store here that sells all kinds of Malaysian food that you can get. This place is super different from your normal gentrified malls that you see around the KL city centre where you find the same high-end brands, etc. No. Here, we stand out different. Look at it. This isn't just mass-produced stuff. This is genuine craftsmanship. Each wood carving are carved by hand, one by one. And that's what makes Central Market so special. It's a place where local artisans can showcase their talent. Forget the air-conditioned malls for a second. This is an explosion for the senses. Look around. The sheer variety here is just incredible. One of the coolest things about Malaysia is its incredible diversity, and Central Market is a beautiful microcosm of that. It's like taking a mini cultural tour of the entire country just by walking down the aisles. This isn't just about shopping, it's about appreciation, understanding, and connecting with the people behind these amazing creations. Remember, I said this is like a museum, just without the entrance fee. Beyond just the souvenirs, they have really tried to diversify. You have got the Annex Gallery, where you can check out the history of Central Market all the way from the British colonial era to the modern era. And you can even know how Central Market became what it is today. Okay, I'm like your typical Malaysian, and all this cultural immersion has just made me hungry. And what better way to connect with a country's soul than through its food? We're up in the food court over here, and let me tell you, the options here are insane. You have all the typical Malaysian dishes like laksa, nasi lemak, roti canai. It's a flavor explosion up here, and for the tourists who are visiting this mall, you can have a taste of what Malaysian food really means. And let's not forget, this food court here is a necessary refuel after all that shopping. Other than that, most of the shops here on the second floor are the same as the first, selling handicrafts, souvenirs, batiks, and some occasional antiques and old notes for collectors. Now, what about the external area of the mall? This isn't just an island in the middle of nowhere. Central Market is nestled right in the heart of some of KL's most historic and rapidly developing areas. You have got Kasturi Walk right outside. You know, the one where you can see a wow. A wow is basically a traditional Malay kite, offering even more street stalls and a more open air market feel. You can see that there are several shops that are open right across the mall itself, which is just a continuation of what the mall itself stands. A lot of Malaysian-made arts and crafts stuff outside here. More stores, more crafts, and just that general buzz of street life that, hey, as tourists, I'm sure you absolutely love. And just a stone's throw away, you're looking at some seriously cool grandfather spots. Dataran Merdeka, Sultan Abdul Samad Building, Masjid Jamek. Talk about historical heavyweights. And with the Pasar Seni MRT and LRT stations literally just at your doorsteps, well, if you ever want to explore more of KL aside from Central Market, you can just walk to the stations and take the train. It's a prime location, no doubt about it. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or the durian in the room in Malaysian term, or rather the controversy. When Central Market was reimagined in the 80s, and especially with subsequent renovations and expansions, there were already murmurs. Some purists felt it lost a bit of its original gritty charm, becoming too commercialized, too touristy. There were debates about gentrification, about whether it truly served the local community as it once did. I guess after exploring this more, I understand that the challenge is always to balance preservation with progress. How do you keep the essence of a historical landmark while also ensuring its economic viability in a rapidly changing city? It's a tightrope walk, and not everyone always agrees on the path taken. Okay, enough of all the serious stuff, but I think one thing that the mall did really right was turning this historical place into a center of Malaysian arts, crafts, and culture. Literally a mini Malaysia lah. With that, it found its footing as a diverse cultural mall for any tourist that went to have a taste of what Malaysia is, but never got a chance to travel across the whole of Malaysia. And by the way, did you know that there used to be a Cineplex in Pasar Seni itself? Wow, how cool is that? So, is Central Market worth visiting? Well, if you're a tourist who is just wanting to explore what Malaysia is and its arts and craft and culture, then there's no better place than this. And if you're a Malaysian on a National Day and you want to understand how Malaysia has progressed and developed over the years, there's no better testament than this heritage site, Central Market. Or if you just want to get a handcrafted souvenir or just a taste of Malaysian local culture, Central Market definitely delivers. Once again, Happy Merdeka to all Malaysians and to, of course, Malaysia itself. And if you guys love seeing stories and explore the buildings in Malaysia itself, remember to like, subscribe, and share lah. Once again, I'm Ryan Gower. Thanks for watching.